This is Soccer in the South with Wolfman Jeff coming at you. Coming back after two very emotional games. First one just covered just briefly, Manchester City at the Molineux. The second time to face them this year. We beat them at the Etihad, and you know, we did the double. We are, I think, the second side to do the double against Pep. So that was amazing, especially knowing that we came back from a 0-2. I was hopeful we were going to win it, especially after their keeper did that just brain-numbing move as he came against Jota and got the red card. And the guy they took off was Sergio Aguero, who I don't think he was 100% back, so that's probably why they pulled him off. But then they got those two goals. It was a little frustrating, and how do we get down there? But the fight in the Wolves was fantastic because they didn't quit, they didn't stop, and of course they came alive and pulled away with a 3-2 win. That was just a thing of beauty. Oh, that was fantastic. So I was very positive coming into the Liverpool match. We're at Anfield, and Liverpool has not lost at Anfield in years. We have not beat Liverpool in years and years. Kind of hoping we get at least a draw. I had called for a 1-2 Wolves, being overconfident, but I was thinking in my head it was probably going to be a 2-2 or a 1-1 draw, and it almost was a 1-1. And the first goal that they got in, there were some questions with that, VAR, there were some handball issues. From what I could see, at least the one that they were showing on screen, I think they got that right, but apparently there was another issue out there that may have been more questionable. I think those who were there in the field had a complete different perspective. But then the second one, where Neto finally gets his first Premier League goal, back in the Neto, and I was in celebration and joy, and then it all just crumbled and crushed. And I know my friends who were there, I know some of you were there at Anfield, or you were watching in the UK, or watching here in the US or Mexico or Portugal, all around the world, and you had that same reaction when it was just those little fingers were offsides. So Wolves players, make sure you trim your fingernails before the next match, because you just never know. But we kept fighting. We kept them at bay. I was concerned with the starting lineup because Traore and Jimenez were on the bench, and they have been doing so fantastic. And I knew that Nuno wasn't just benching them because he was gonna not try to win, or was willing to accept a loss. I knew that's not in his character. But what he was doing, and I thought so, is he was going to give them that last quarter match boost. Going to give them it's like nitro, like the, you know, like you're in the streetcars and you're in the Fast and Furious and you hit those NOS things, and all of a sudden you just shoot out the gate. I noticed when Traore was on, they had to double up on Traore. Therefore, there was so much more activity on Neto's side and Johnny's side. And then they moved Traore to the other side, and it almost worked. I do have to say two things I was really pleased with. I wasn't happy with the outcome, but that's fine. But I was pleased to see Neto play so well. Vinagre played so well, and Kilman did rather well for his complete start. And so that was really good. Good to see Bennett. So we had these pieces that are being more solid. So it's not just that same 11. Nuno is creating more and more players he could put in there, and we don't have to worry when they're coming in. We're going to see what we do in the January transfer window, because right now our side is doing really well. I know Nuno likes a small side because of the chemistry. It's easier to keep the chemistry together, but I do think we're going to get some more in. I suspect we're going to get another defender. I heard that Vallejo is going home. That's me with the heartbreak with Vallejo going home. Sorry, dude. You got to work on stuff. But you got to work on stuff somewhere else, because we need to have someone we could depend on, and you just weren't it. So I really think defender is going to be at the top. They're looking at some central midfielders and maybe others in the attack, but I think defender is definitely an area we have to address. I know Bali's going to come back in about a month or two, but really like to have another option. Saiz and Dundonka were fantastic playing the back, but they also can play the middle. So I'd like to have another one like Bali to be back there with Cody, which is a solid, just straight defender. So we could use the other pieces and mix and match them. So tell me your thoughts. What do you think about the matches? Sorry I didn't have a chance to do the Manchester City video at first, taking care of family things, and you know, it's the holidays. Let me know what you think about that, and be nice. But let me know what you think about the Liverpool match. So this is a family-friendly channel, so we got to keep that. But VAR was not our friend this year, so that's going to be on our Christmas list for next year, is to have something done with that. Repaired, fixed, or forgotten. I don't know. So let me know what you're hoping to see in the January transfer window, and I will check back with you on New Year's Day. I will be obviously home watching the Watford match with my mom, and I'll be yelling at the TV for good or for bad. Hey, thank you for watching. If you haven't already, hit subscribe and like. Thank you very much. Always Wolves. This has been Soccer in the South with Wolfman Jeff.